Salute everybody. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, here we go. Hold on, y'all. Here I come. We're going to talk a little boxing tonight, y'all. We're going to get off into it, man. You feel me? We got a lot going on in the boxing world. And, I'm ready to see it, bro. I'm ready to see it. I don't know about y'all, man. What fights y'all looking forward to the most coming up? I'm looking forward to seeing this this fight between Dev and Ryan. I wasn't looking forward to, keep it 100. I really wasn't looking forward to it that much at first. You know what I'm saying? But, lately, they kind of changing my mind. I just want to see how Devin deal with Ryan, and if we being honest, we got to say that this is a better Ryan than Tank fought for sure. This is a Ryan that won't be weight drained. This is also, you got to think about it. It's a Ryan with a new coach, a coach that he actually listening to. So, I want to see how it's gonna go, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm anxious to see it. I don't know about y'all. Hold on, y'all. Y'all got to see that whole thing. I worked too hard on that. I worked too hard on it, man. You feel me? Hold on for a minute, y'all. Y'all got to see that whole thing. Hold up. I picked the wrong one, I guess. Let's try this one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get this off of here real quick. Yeah. Salute to everybody, man. In the building. I'm about to post the link. Anybody want to hop on, chop it up with your boy? We can do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, Bullet. I'm gonna tell you, bro. This is a dangerous fight for Devin. Make no mistake about it. Ryan do got popped. You know what I'm saying? And he is capable of hurting Devin, man. You know what I'm saying? Why is my live not showing up? Hold up. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find this live so I can mod y'all up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cause I can't see who modded up and who not modded up on my computer for some reason. And I heard somebody else say that they had the same problem. So, I'm glad it ain't just me. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Here we go. I don't see my live on here, man, for some reason. What the hell? Hold on. There I go. I had to type it in. You mod up my soldiers, man. There I go. I had to type it in. Frequent. Bullet. Get my boys right. You know what I'm saying? King Spoke Boxing. Y'all right up in here, man. All my day one. Flawless mentality. Salute, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. I hope you got to see that intro, man. I'm gonna get it right though, so it'll be full screen next time. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying about the Ryan and Devin fight. Ryan do got popped, man. Ryan is capable of hurting Devin if he catching with the right shot. Flawless mentality said, blessing to the God, the chop shop, my brother of elevation fam and the gods and beautiful goddesses of the always solid chop shop family. Hell yeah. Salute, fam. Hey, I appreciate you, King of Kings, boxing. Appreciate you, bro. Check this out. This fight I feel is dangerous for Devin, man. And I feel that I think that it's dangerous because Ryan got a new coach, and we all know that Derek James is an excellent coach, man. He already has fixed a lot of Ryan Garcia's flaws. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if Ryan Garcia catches Devin with the right punch, it could be bad, man. He already got Ryan. Derek James already got Ryan with his chin down. We all know that was one of Ryan's main flaws, that he come in with his chin up. You know what I'm saying? And Derek James has fixed that problem. So I'm interested to see how this fight is going to play out, man. I just, I hope that my boy pull it through. I think that he will. And I hope that he will. But if he don't, oh my God. Can you hear the backlash? Oh my God, from the Tank fans. Oh, we'll never hear the end of it, y'all. We'll never hear the end of it. That's why we can't let it happen, man. Come on, Devin. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Feel me? We got Keith Thurman coming up, fighting Tim Tszyu. I think that's a respectable fight. Keith Thurman did a video. He did an interview in which he said that people think that he's weak to the body. Well, I wonder why, Keith. Because you are weak to the body. We seen you hurt several times to the body, brother. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao hurt you to the body. Sean Porter hurt you to the body. I think even Barrios hurt him to the body one time. But he claimed that when Sean Porter hit him to the body, that it wasn't nothing. He just backed up to get some space. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I think that he was hurt. Straight up. Hold on. Yeah, pin this up. Pin that up top. Whoever want to hop in, man, y'all can hop in, chop it up with your boy. You know what I'm saying? He was hurt to the body against Sean Porter, but he's trying to play it off. You know, Keith Thurman has ruined his career, in my opinion. And I heard y'all talking about Spence earlier. I'm going to get on Spence too, you know what I'm saying, because I got some thoughts on that too. Keith Thurman has hurt his career by, in my opinion, ducking Errol Spence. That was his biggest flaw, that he ducked Errol Spence. And Errol Spence was calling him out and challenging him for a few years. You know, he wanted to unify with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman wouldn't do it. Instead of unifying with him, he went off and fought Sean Porter. He went off and fought Danny Garcia. You know, and then when Spence got big, now you want to come around and get your shot. And I feel bad for Keith Thurman when it comes to that, if you want to be honest. Because what if Keith Thurman would have fought him back then? Keith Thurman would have got beat. It wouldn't have been a big fight. You know what I'm saying? So either way, he kind of lose. Said Collazo had Thurman hurt bad to the body. Yeah, that's right. That's right. If he would have fought him back then, it wouldn't have been a big fight, y'all. We know that. Spence wasn't that well known. Keith Thurman was kind of well known, but he wasn't no superstar like that. He wasn't doing no pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? So Keith Thurman was kind of right. It made more sense to wait until the fight got big enough to at least they can do it on pay-per-view and get some big numbers generating. You know, I just feel bad for Keith Thurman because he was kind of in a catch-22. He couldn't win for losing. You can't win. You can't get out of bitch. You can't get out of the game. You feel me? He couldn't win. So I kind of don't blame him. I understand his rationality, his way of thinking, but Spence didn't understand it, and that's all that mattered. Spence didn't like it, and that's all that really mattered, you know. Because Spence in control of his own career. If he say, I ain't never fighting Keith Thurman, I believe him. I believe him. Only thing is, where is Spence going to go next? And also, I mean, if you look at the intro video, how Spence looked back then, he looked totally different, man. He looked totally different to me. Salute, King of Kings boxing. Salute, fam.
What up, G?
Shit, not much, bro. Just chilling out, man, on a late night. Just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling?
I had to interject on that Thurman bullshit, man. That fool wasn't waiting for that fight to be big. Because if you think about it, he had came off back-to-back wins against what was that, Porter and Garcia. And that shit was on regular television. You know, we forget that what PBC was doing. And both those fights had like 3-4 million viewage, you know, like, so at that time the PBC model was even trying to get it where it was cracking, where everything is now ridiculous pay-per-view. So he was at the height of his power. And I think that I really think and then when he told EJ to go get a belt, well, EJ took care of Kell Brook, who was the other guy in the welterweight division at that time. That fight needed to happen then. And then you see what happened. Like slowly he waited around for that fight. He kept on thinking he was going to get with Floyd or Pacquiao. He got the Pacquiao fight and fucked around, lost. So it's just like, shit, too many things he did, man. So I understand where Spence's come from, because like you told me do this, you told me do that, and then you never really entertained. Like all them dudes tried to sun Spence for a while. Garcia, all them fucking dudes. They were talking about like, oh yeah, we can't act like no young contender. Like, nigga, you was like 2 years older than Spence. It's not like you guys was like 35-year-old grown ass men and Spence was coming in. It's not like Boots Ennis coming in against Crawford. Like, bro, you guys was all the same age. It's just none of y'all wanted that. And you see how he did. He used Garcia as a fucking tune-up. I mean, that's how bad it got. But Thurman, I just feel like, man, he left so much on the table, man. It's sad because really he could have been the best. I don't think there was a given that Earl would have beat him. But now we'll never know, because basically the shit's never going to happen.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. You know what I'm saying? I really can't argue against that because I feel that. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is offer an alternative view. You know what I'm saying? And my alternative view is, think about this. Do you think, answer this question, bro. Do you think if they would have fought when Spence won the fight Thurman, it would have been as big a fight as Spence versus Bud? Pay-per-view wise. And Gate.
But like I said, it's hard to say that because I don't think that fight would have been on pay-per-view.
Right. See? That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. And that's what Keith Thurman wanted. He wanted that fight to be big enough to be on pay-per-view so they can maximize the dollars. I think he was thinking like, well, this young kid, he wasn't a young kid. This guy is good enough to beat me. And if he beat me, I at least want to make me, some big money off of it. You know what I'm saying? So let's meet up later. But, his plans got ruined by Pacquiao. So, and that can happen. You know what I'm saying? But I feel where you're coming from, man. I just wish it would have happened. And now Keith Thurman is in this position where he got to fight Tim Tszyu. And I don't really think that Keith is going to win that fight. But if he do win that fight, you know what I'm saying? That, might be talking about something then.
Maybe Tim Tszyu, before the last 3 or 4 fights, I would have been like, I'm not so sure. But Tim Tszyu to me is now proven. And the problem is he is big. And I seen Thurman, even though he was beating Barrios, he was getting troubled by him. And that was not nowhere near the type of pressure he's gonna get from them 54 pounders are big, man. Like it seems like I remember when people talk about Earl moving up, but then you see him standing next to the Charlos, they kind of make him look like a small super, like it's like a small super whatever that division is, that light middleweight, whatever. But those dudes are big, man. So I'm like I was shocked that they put like Keith Thurman's like almost like maybe it's an opportunity. Now the PUC had the right idea when they were trying to what they were going to do with that fight, but with Lubin not being ready and shit, them throwing this shit on pay-per-view. I don't know, man. It's just the problem is you can't be that inactive. If Keith had been fighting, like if he had like a couple fights before this, I'd probably give him a better chance because he is a good enough boxer to stay away, and he does have fast hands. So that would be an advantage. But like I said, this motherfucker be on the shelf, and who knows what this crop of fucking dudes, when they be talking about, oh yeah, nobody has followed the Mayweather plan, because the first part of the Mayweather plan is your ass needs to not have no bad habits and you train all the fucking time, regardless if you got to fight or not. None of these dudes have done that. Keith Thurman was getting fucked up the night before the fight and shit. It's like, bro, what do you like? Keith Thurman's like, it's like his unprofessionalism is what's led to the demise, because it's same with Earl, same with fucking most of the PVC dudes. It's just like, damn, y'all got to get your shit together.
Bud is the only one that's really been doing that. And now Boots stay in the gym too. You know what I'm saying? No bad habits. So
What'd
you say, Bullet? Salute, bro.
I'll say salute, chop shop. Salute to the please. I was saying Devin not PPC, but he also a gym rat and Shakur.
Right. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. And that's why Devin gonna win a lot of fights. And I think that's why Devin gonna beat Tank. Because Tank ain't a gym rat. for sure. He done said he going to gym when it's time to fight. And that's gonna hurt him. Why they don't want to fight him.
Yeah. I wanted to respond with the Keith Thurman thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can y'all hear me? System? Okay.
Yeah.
With Keith Thurman, honestly speaking, in the beginning, like Chop said, I don't feel like Keith was ducking Earl because I understood like he was actually in position to fight Floyd, even though Floyd was in, Floyd was Keith Thurman earned the right to, get in the position to fight Floyd. He already earned that. So why should I fight Spence? You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, I was like, yeah, I always support Thurman because I'm from Florida as well. I'm from Florida. Keith Thurman is from Florida. So I was like, man, but I like this Spence style. Then I done research on the guy, and I was like, damn, I ain't gonna lie. I think this particular style, I think Spence could beat Keith. And then I became a fan of Earl because a lot of guys started ducking him. This dude at the time, before he fought Kell Brook, had 14 consecutive guys out that ranking system on the IBF and the WBC turning down fights to not fight him. So I'm looking at him like, man, this guy dangerous. And I became a big fan of Earl. And then when Earl became a champion, though, then I was like, yeah, Keith, you got to fight him now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy, I'm a fan of you. I'm a 100% support you. But if you I can rip. That's why I keep it real with Devin. Man, Devin going for all the smoke. Huh?
I said you was in the Matrix. Hey, but Bullet, remember this though. Remember Floyd came out and said, I'll put this belt up, you fight Spence, and I'll fight you. Remember that? See, that's the only thing. See, that go towards
No. Okay, I can understand that. I understand that. But then Floyd has also said a lot of things and made promises and lies to people. He promised Amir Khan a fight. If Amir Khan got past such and such guy, I'll fight Amir Khan. Amir Khan never got the fight. You see what I'm saying? So why should I do it for Floyd? Not to sanction the body. He's just the name of the fighter that I deserve to fight. But
that's true.
At the time, Floyd had to pick a team.
But he can pick who he gonna fight, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. That's a fight lost to the history books. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I still want to see it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that it happens, but it don't look like it will, man. But we got Better Biev and Bivol coming up, man. What y'all think about that fight, man? I'm gonna tell you one thing I think about it. I think Bill about to get destroyed. And I've been saying that a long time ago when people were saying Better Biev wasn't all that good. I was telling people, yes, he is. Yes, he is. People was telling me Benavidez wasn't that good, and I was telling them he was. People think Benavidez, like Morrell got some smoke for Benavidez, man. I'm telling you, boy, I want to see him fight Morrell because I think he's going to destroy Morrell. That's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. People be crowning people too early, man. Morrell only got, 10 fights? And okay, you can say that's kind of an oxymoron, though, because I think Better Biev only got 12 or 13 fights, if that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me look at Box Rap real quick to see. Hold on.
He's 20-0 with 20 knockouts.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm about to say he's 20-0. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that
with 3 belts on top of that, though. That's the thing that, look, first of all, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like low key, like we be shitting on fights taking. This shit is like 3-4 years overdue. These motherfuckers been champions in the same division for a grip, and it's like now it's time for this shit to happen. And like low key, like we talk about people aging people out. I think that's kind of something was going on between fucking a lot of these dudes because Beterbiev, man, a couple of his fights after knocking dudes out, he kept on saying like, I want Bivol, man, but he's like, man, I'm getting older, man. I want to be with my kids and shit. Let's get this shit cracking. So it's like they probably thinking that, oh, maybe he's less hungry. Then he goes out and did what he did to Caleb Smith, and I'm like, bro, it's a wrap. This motherfucker's a problem. Like Bivol's a elite level boxer, but I don't know if he's ever felt like the Canelo win is one thing, but Canelo's smaller. He don't got the length, and he really don't got good foot speed. You know what I mean? So it's like, really, you should be able to beat up somebody like that, to be honest, who tried to cherry pick you. But Beterbiev, man, if he summons up the strength and he takes it as this is my last fight, he could fuck around, stop him in less than 6 rounds. I mean, keep it real.
I think he will stop him for sure. I see a stoppage in round 10.
Hey, I'm gonna just be in the comment section because I'm about to get loud because I'm about to start loading the trucks.
Okay, family. I appreciate you.
I'm listening to this stuff, fam.
Oh, man. Thank you, fam. Much love.
All right, fam.
All right. So, yeah. What other fights we got coming up? We got damn, that's about it worth mentioning. Anyway, ain't fighting.
It's true.
Frank ain't fighting.
Nope.
Man, it's looking ugly right now, man. I think this new Amazon deal, man, is got PBC kind of messed up right now, man. Because I'm hearing, did you hear that they not giving out no guarantees?
They're not paying any. The Amazon just gave them a streaming platform. They ain't give them no money.
Right. I mean, I'm sure PBC got plenty of money, but they ain't in the business of losing money. True. See, these fighters these days, they're gonna have to realize, man, they're gonna have to start taking some pay cuts. You know what I'm saying? Because of piracy. Unless you a money maker like Tank. And I ain't gonna even say Canelo, because Canelo doing like 350,000 streams, except when he fought the fights we wanted to see, like Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Who else? That's about it. You know what I'm saying? He did.
And they generated a lot of that money off sponsorship to pay him, because they didn't like they're good at coming up with revenue from other fucking sources. The thing about it though is, like you said, is got, like, from what I understand, they were saying initially there was some rumblings because about the guarantee, like the money they were trying to give him. But it's just like, bro, like, to be honest, like, a lot of people riding high on that 1.3 mil, but we about to see how sustainable that is for you, because, bro, is this a trend, or was that just a fucking bleep in the radar? And it's looking like it probably will be a bleep in the radar that's not going to happen anytime soon. So you motherfuckers sitting around thinking they're gonna make, like, they not you've been bleeding the boxing game too. PBC done took bags from everybody, and ain't nobody got none of the shit they want to see for a while.
Right. Except for Smith versus Bud.
True. And look what we had to go through for that to happen. We still got thoughts in our mind that we didn't possibly get the best product. Because, like I said, look, man, people want to say things are excuses, but, man, I saw EJ in that. I'm like looking at this motherfucker like, who's this dude? Like, slow as fuck. Like, the way he was going in like a straight line, no angles, no elbow work. It was like, I don't know what the hell that was.
He was off balance, throwing his jab, leaving his hands down. That's how he got caught.
Yep.
First time, you know what I'm saying? But I agree, man. I just don't believe that Spence was himself. I believe that just coming into the ring, his eyes was really red, and he just didn't look like himself once the fight started, man. I was looking at him like, is something wrong with him? Is he high? And a lot of people said that too, like he looked like he was high. I'm sure he wasn't high. You know what I'm saying? It's just eyes was just red for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would like to see the rematch. A lot of people say they don't want to see the rematch, and most of the people that say they don't want to see the rematch is Bud fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you want to see your guy whoop on him again? I thought she was a boxing fan. Like, you ain't never had a bad day? You know, just bump the excuses. He could have just had a bad day. And the better man won that day because he had a bad day. It could have just been that, you know. So y'all don't want to see it again. Why? If Spence would have whooped on Bud like that, and they got to do a rematch, I'm like, hell yeah, I can't wait for this rematch. I want to see him whoop him again. What is these guys talking about, man? There's some new stuff where I hear people talk about they don't want to see fighters fight a certain fighter or oh no, he shouldn't fight him. He shouldn't give him that opportunity. What you mean? You a fan. Don't you want to see it? Don't you want to see your guy whooping?
Those be the same people, man, that be the ones that tell you that MMA is better. And then I'm like, bro, like I remember back in the day watching Silver fight Franklin. This nigga put him in a plum and just kneed him into submission. And they ran that fight back. And nobody was like, oh man, who wants to see that again? And he beat him up the same fucking way again. It was like,
right.
They don't do that. Is that like those same people we the MMA so much better. But y'all MMA fighters have like 6-7 losses, bro. Getting beat up by the same dudes 2 or 3 times, getting rear naked choked by the same, getting beat the same way back-to-back time. Nobody says they need to retire. Oh, why we don't want to see that again? It's like, no, bro, that's not how it works. If they got to run it back, like these fans nowadays, like when Thomas Hearns got beat by Sugar Ray, they would have been like, oh, he just need to retire. Look what he accomplished after that happened.
Right.
But you don't get those moments because these fools is always trying to run somebody else. Like I said, I've seen Spence in the back. It was like, there's people try to say, oh, who didn't see? Nah, none of you, nobody saw that coming. Nobody that thought that was going to happen. Where literally the dude didn't win maybe one round, maybe. Nobody saw that happening, but then people want to have revisionist history. So maybe the part of it is you don't want to see it again. It's because maybe there is some validity to the fact his eyes was fucked up and he was too small. He should have been in a higher weight division. He stayed down there too long. If you don't think that was legit, then you would just say run that shit back and let Bud get in the Bud use him as a tune-up.
Rib injury. I'm just saying, rib injury. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This how I feel, bro. This is what I think about the situation. Spence sacrificed to give us what we wanted. We wanted to see that fight. Spence, he gave up his A side. He even all the way down to giving up a coin flip to see who walk out last. He didn't have to do that, man. So he deserves his get back. Just off of that. But this is what I think is happening with the PBC, man. I think the PBC is just going to let them guys sit on the shelf until they realize, bro, you got to start taking some pay cuts. Unless we going over to Saudi Arabia and they paying for it. Y'all going to have to start taking some pay cuts or y'all ain't going to be fighting. Just look at what's happening, man. You know what I'm saying? They are not in the business of losing money. They not about to sit here and pay you $10 million, $20, $30 million, bro, and just lose it because people want to steal the fights. That's not gonna happen, man. And if they don't get with the program, then we just won't be having no boxing going on. I gotta get into something else.
Yeah, and you seen like most, like I haven't really talked about it because I was just so disappointed to see that shit go down like that. But you showed them in the beginning, man. It's like that shit with Wilder, man. They just like, you want to talk about somebody getting dried out and aged out. Like he looks at, like there was not even an understanding that he was losing that fight, and it's just like you could just see like, yo, what did these motherfuckers like? What the hell? Like you didn't have this dude sitting on the shelf so long that he not even aware of what's going, like the urgency's not even there. It's like you almost sapped them of the hunger or something. You know, it's like, but a lot of PVC fighters look like that. Like it's like, bro, you guys like motherfucking Al Heyman treating fucking fighters like they're CDs. We only dropping an album every 2 years. Like, bro, you can't do a fighter like that. It's just crazy, man. It's no way. There's nobody. Even then, everybody was picking him to win by not. But it's like he didn't even know that he had to knock. It was just like, what the fuck? He was so out of sync. It was like.
But King, though, I don't blame that all on the PBC though. It's a lot of fighters don't want to fight Wilder, or didn't want to fight before he fought Parker. Didn't want to fight Wilder, and if they wanted to fight Wilder, then they wanted some astronomical numbers.
Andy Ruiz, bitch ass.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was part of the problem with Wilder, man. You know, I hated to see the way Wilder looked in that last fight, man. I didn't like it. You know, I didn't like the way he was fighting. He didn't throw no body shots. I wish the champ would throw more body shots and hurt people to that body, man, with that power, man. You know what I'm saying? He neglects the body too much. That is an essential part of boxing. You gotta touch that body, bro. Especially the way Parker was boxing. He was moving real good, man. You know what I'm saying? And if he touched that body and start, you know, attacking that body, that would have slowed Parker down some. Then maybe he could have caught him with the right hand.
Yeah, I think the other thing about Parker though, that like that fight shows what happens like when you have activity. I think Parker's had like that was like his fourth fight that year. Like he's been busy, he's on rhythm, and I just think like there was a period of time where Wilder just looked like he was just trying to get his paces right to get used back in the ring. And it's like and look, man, Malik Scott, I mean, I ain't trying to shit on the dude, whatever, but it's like, bro, it's like quit teaching a Wilder to fight how you fought, bro. Like he don't need to be improve the defense a little bit, but everything should still be on trying to deliver the power punches. Like all the extra movement, and then there's no urgency in the corner. Nobody's saying like, yo, what, like all of us saw what was happening. Like, dude, you losing every round. Like, where's the urgency in the corner? Like, then they don't say nothing until like the last round, and then he finally's like, oh shit, I'm losing. But it's like by then it was too late. Parker had already put his work in.
Think about this, though, King. Think about this. Every time Wilder even attempted to throw a punch, flinched or threw a punch, all Parker did was duck. Yeah. Every time. There was no adjustment there to tell Wilder, look, start throwing that punch lower. Instead of throwing it where his head is, throw it where his head is going to be. You see ducking. Every time you flinch, every time you throw the punch, he ducking because he know he ain't got to worry about no body shots. You know what I'm saying? And I think that should have been corrected, and I was disappointed in that. You know, I still love the champ. You know what I'm saying? The champ is still my champ, and I'm going to always support him, buy his fights and everything. You know, I didn't like that performance right there. I didn't like that it wasn't no adjustments made in the fight. And I don't know who the blame falls on with that. I don't know if that's the champ or if I don't know if that's Malik. You know what I'm saying? But the coach got to take the blame.
Yep.
You got to take the blame because you should be able to make your fighter listen to you. And if you're not in the corner instructing him to throw that punch lower, then you fell in Wilder. You know,
the whole part is he has that because if you go back to that third fight with Fury, the first round, he can throw that punch in that way. Like you guys worked on doing shit like that. So I don't understand why I'm seeing you doing certain work in the gym and none of it's coming like well, I know what happened in the Fury fight. He was too big, he gassed out, and then he had to just fight on heart and still was about to fucking pull the shit out. The problem that I had with this fight is just looked like Parker was doing enough to win, but I don't think he ever felt urgency of like he was losing. Like he's been used to losing rounds from time to time. But it was like nobody said like, bro, like it's time for you to look. All you gotta do is he's ducking under, like you said, and this change the trajectory of that right hand just slightly punch downwards, right. And you're gonna catch him. Like literally, as soon as like you said, as soon as he's flinching it, he's ducking down. Boom, he would have knocked him out. But it's just like Malik Scott was over there, like, you're doing good, champ. And like I said, maybe I missed some of it, but it was just like, bro, you not tell. Look,
Yeah.
people could say, they had their reasons for parting, but fucking his original coach at least taught him how to deliver the payload. Like he showed him, hey, this is how you're gonna get that right hand in there. He lost a lot of rounds, got hit a bunch of times doing it, but there was an understanding that that's how he's gonna win fights. He's not gonna win a fight fucking circling the ring, barely throwing any punches, and motherfuckers coming throwing combinations, and he's not making no adjustments. It just, I don't know what the hell that was like, but I know he's not gonna get rid of Malik Scott. But it's like I don't know. I just don't see. And I don't want the champ to retire, but I'm like, man, they need to do something. There got to be an honest conversation about what happened.
He shouldn't retire, man. But what Malik has done with him so far, it just didn't work that time. I mean, because you can't really be all hard on Malik, because look what he did the last time. You know what I'm saying? Against the big Viking. You know, he knocked him out. So, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that they get it together and get it right. And I just want to see the champ back on top. You know what I'm saying? What you feel about Devin and Ryan? What you think about that?
It's going to be a good fight because there's an argument out there that I've been seeing a lot of Tank fans try to imply that how we don't know that this is a better Ryan Garcia, because we know, because first of all, he's going to be able to hydrate to whatever way he wants to get to. He ain't got to worry about that, even though they try to imply he was. I think a lot of that is showboating, like that motherfucker be trying to bullshit around. I think the weight probably was an issue. And here's the other thing: is he can still come forward throwing those combinations at Devin. And yet Devin got a little more pop at 140, but it's not Tank level. So I think he might be a little more bolder going for it, because he's like, I ain't going to just get concussed. He might drop me, but I'm going to still be able to get more smoke. So, and but like I said, the biggest thing, I think somebody said it earlier, was Ryan Garcia keeping his chin in the air. If Derek James is teaching him to stop doing that shit.
Mm-hmm. He has. Have you watched him?
I did notice in the last fight he did. Now that a lot of people picking on the shoulder roll bullshit, but bro, that if you look at when he was straight boxing, he did look improved. Derek James is a teacher. I think he'll make slight adjustments in what you're already doing, and then that will make you better. So he can hit hard. He got fast hands, and just chuck your chin and put your hands up a little bit more. That's going to be a lot more difficult to deal with than what he was doing before. He was just running in with his chin and got clipped. So
I know this much, fam. I know that Devin ain't gonna run from him. Nope. Devin is gonna stand. I ain't gonna say stand in front of him, but he gonna be there. He ain't gonna be running. It ain't gonna be no Shakur last fight at all. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, I don't know what he was thinking about that last fight, but you got people coming to see you, man. You got to put on a show, man. You got to take risks.
You're already fighting on Thursday night, bro. Like it don't get no worse than that. Like they didn't even put you on Friday night fights, bro. They put you on Thursday.
Right, man. Right. Hey, did you hear what's his name? Lopez said he would accept the fight with Keyshawn Davis, but it gotta be in Honduras. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That motherfucker, man, that nigga is stupid, man. Because Keyshawn out here making him look bad, bro, but with good reason. Because Keyshawn about to, I seen that interaction where they talking, and Keyshawn kind of like politely checked them and shit, and like, yo, and then the motherfuckers like,
Keyshawn knocked his pops out, right?
Yeah, knocked pops out because he on some bullshit in front of him. See, T.O., man, the problem with T.O., man, like, because this dude, like, his problem is his mental is fucking off. Because this nigga one night could be great. Like, I'm sorry that, like, I'm not putting you on no slouch. I understand that Josh Taylor, but you smashed this dude. Easy work. Like we talking about the former undisputed champion in this division. You easy work to you. You know what I'm saying? But then before that, you like looking lax days ago against Stand Up Mario. You low key lost the Ortiz fight, bro. So I mean, you really don't want no Keyshawn because I think he could. I think he could wash him. Like even at this point in time in his career, because I think he has a style to beat him, but he has a little more pop and a little more. He throws more combinations. Like I don't think T.O. is really gonna take that. Honduras, this motherfucker probably couldn't find Honduras on a goddamn map if you showed it to him. He don't know what the hell he talking about. Shit crazy.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. And to me, it just shows fear. I remember T.O. running around with that duck on his head when Devin was calling him out. You remember that?
Yep.
Proudly.
Yep.
Proudly, though. What are you doing, T.O.? Proudly, though? You gonna run around with that Donald Duck on your head? Just letting everybody know, yeah, I'm ducking you. And then T.O. lightweight racist, too. That's what turned me off about him, man. He lightweight racist. When he say that N-word, he ain't saying it like we say it. You know what I'm saying? It might not have an ER on it, but he mean it in a different way, though. Because he talk about black people too much. Like talk about their lips and stuff.
Yeah.
Big lips and stuff. What you do, and you know that's an old adage that they used to do towards black people back in the day where, you know, they portrayed us to have big lips. And that's all he talk about when it comes to a black fighter. Like, why are you so fascinated with people's lips, man? What's wrong with you?
This nigga is literally, like, to be honest, you know, he's like the new age Paulie Malignaggi, man. Like, so envious, so mad that a nigga smashed his girl and showed her what the real is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a pissing contest that they know they can never win. And they so they try to influence. Because look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody is meaningless to me and I really think they're beneath me, I'm not even gonna address them. I'm just gonna go on about my shit. But when I keep pointing them out, it means I'm trying to convince myself that they beneath me because I know they ain't. So he sent it. It reminds me of like Danny Garcia's dad and shit. You know what I mean? Like them motherfuckers was some racist ass dudes too, talking shit. Like acting like there's something different, but T.O. on that same shit too. And I think his worst nightmare is having one of these brothers come and beat the brakes off him. Because I'm now we talk about certain dudes fighting. I'm looking at T.O.'s record, man. When the last time he fought a brother that could to scrap a little bit? When the last time that happened?
Hey, did you hear that Tank and what's your boy name? What is his name? Tank and he fight under Derrick James too.
You talking about Frank Martin?
Yeah, Tank and Frank Martin is in negotiations. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, low key,
that's a good fight,
that's
man.
A good scrap, man.
That's a good fight, bro. I'll take that. I'll pay for that. That's
way better to me than any kind of cruise or Broly bullshit or any of that shit.
Yes, sir. I'll pay for that, man. And that'll be the first black fighter he fought too.
And it's going to be an exciting match because Frank Martin's style is good. That shit is like they talk about trying to fight. If even when you take the you know, they're talking about they're looking for a certain style from maybe a Hispanic fighter, but there's not a lot of them dudes that are front foot. Like Frank Martin could bring some heat. That could be a fucking bang out. Like, you know what I mean? These dudes are going hard for rounds. So I like that. Yeah, I'll pay for that in a heartbeat. I'll take that over all this other shit. Like for real. Like I'll take that fight. If it ain't gonna be no Devin next, which we know not gonna happen next. Yeah, but go in there and scrap with Frank Martin. You and Devin meet up at the end of the year. See what I'm saying?
Frank Martin got respectable power. He don't have tank power, but he got respectable power. He can hurt you. But what really impresses me the most about Frank Martin is his footwork. He got excellent footwork, but so do Tank. So do Tank, man. I watch Tank, man. Tank is a bad man. I'm not a big Tank fan. I am a fan of Tank, but I'm not a big Tank fan.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Tank is not giving me what I want. You know what I'm saying? As a boxing fan. But I cannot deny his IQ. I cannot deny that he is a special fighter, man. I can't deny that. That's why I wanted to see him versus Devin, because I believe they both special. You know what I'm saying? They both elite fighters at the top of their game. I wanted to see it, man, but a lot of Tank fans didn't want to see it for some reason, and I really don't understand that. I really don't, bro. If you a fan, how does it suit you not to see that fight? Don't you want to see your boy beat up Devin? Because you believe he can, right? You should want to see that. I want to see him knock his ass out. Hell yeah, I want to see the fight.
And see, the coldest part about that is, man, like,
instead, they like, why should he give him the opportunity? Tank ain't got to fight him. Tank ain't going to go all the way up to 140. Well, think about this, brother. You think his team is going to give up all his advantages? You think he's dealing with a stupid team? He got Floyd and Ellerby over there, bro, and Al. They not gonna let Tank get taken advantage of. They not gonna let Devin get all the advantages. That should go unsaid. Don't you agree, bro?
Facts. The thing about it is, though, like, my issue that's going to come up, because like people take it as any time me criticizing Tank isn't because I'm like some Tank hater, it's because I think he is good. And I don't want him to take a chance of fucking around, because Tank gonna be 30 years old this year, man. Mm-hmm. Like, these dudes we talk about him fighting are below 25. Like, there's only a matter of time. And look, first of all, like I said, like what my guy said, he's not the biggest dude on training and being professional. So that's going to shorten your career even more. So you really need to go ahead and deal with this shit. Like, to be honest, when Devin was first trying to ask for smoke, when he was like 21, 22, he should have just gone ahead and cleaned them up, got him up out of here. Because that's what you do. You don't let dudes get, he's got now, like I said, the fight is way more competitive, but it's just like, clean these dudes up. If they want immediate smoke, that's one thing I kind of liked it about Jermell Charlo before this stupid shit happened. Like, it didn't matter. Young, like, they call him pup killer. Motherfuckers young and say they want smoke. Okay, get your shot. Get knocked out.
Right.
Try again. That's literally what it was about. Like, I don't give a, he ain't ready. No, he said he ready. Okay, come on.
Right.
Get knocked out.
Exactly, man. And you right about Tank not being all that disciplined, and that could hurt him. But on the other spectrum, I would say that Tank's age, if he starts to take care of himself better and starts to take his craft more serious, stay in the gym, his age of 30 is not really that old for a boxer. I mean, when we don't have champions that's been in their 50s beating up young guys, you know what I'm saying? And then you think about Bud. Bud is what, 36? You know what I'm saying? And how many young guys besides Boots would you say gonna beat Bud? Not that many. You know what I'm saying? So just because they're younger don't mean that they're going to win.
Yeah, I think the thing about it is because when you get over 140, the kind of dynamic shit, but usually the smaller guys burn out a little bit faster. Now, because of modern training and shit, the guys have been lasting longer, and the Cubans, they're just immortals or something. Fucking be 45 looking like they're 20 some shit. But yeah, but the thing about it is, it's just the problem is, like, you see these stretches of inactivity are getting more and more. Like, I think almost for some boxers, especially a smaller guy like that, like when the more his sharpness depends on being active. And it's just like, these fights are gonna, what we're gonna start doing now. Look, the last time he fought was that like last April. Now, I know he's had some issues with the legal shit and all that stuff, but we're literally talking about he's not going to be in the fight, maybe not even until fucking May. That's a year and some change out of, like, how long is that shit's going to be maintained, especially when you're not disciplined? That's the problem I'm saying. So he's literally talking about going into fucking what, we get one fight this year, and if the money ain't right, you might sit on the shelf or whatever. Like, it's like, dude, you got to make it happen. And I just want to say, I don't want to have no excuses, because low key, we know, even though it's bringing up Terrence Crawford, people were trying to act like he was aged out.
Right.
And we know that's some bullshit, because he lives a fire lifestyle. That motherfucker, the youngest 35-year-old I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So let's keep it real. But you know, that's what the narrative is going to be. So he starts ticking up in age, and people will be like, "Oh well, no, I don't want to hear that." The hottest time is for this shit to happen right now, and get this shit over with, and then dudes can move on. And if it's not Devin, to fight Shakur, one of y'all got to get toppled off. One of y'all got to get beat. That's just all it is to it.
You know what? When it comes to Boots and Bud, if I had to pick a winner, I'm gonna pick Bud. You know what I'm saying? Even though Earl wasn't 100%, he still did his thing versus Earl. Earl was my number one fighter. I felt like he was the best at 147. He beat the best. Now he is the best. And you got to beat him in order to prove it to me that you can. You know what I'm saying? Bud ain't no joke, man. The man hit hard. He got skills. He can adjust. You know, I remember Timothy Bradley saying when he was sparring, Bud, he would come in, he would do something to him and hit him with a couple things, and the next day he could not hit him with that same stuff. So that's adjustments made. You know what I'm saying? So I Boots got to prove it to me that he can beat him. And I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying I got to swing with Bud in that fight if it ever happened. But I don't think it will, because Bernie was just over there shooting it all the way down and, you know, calling people, you know, bitches and shit just because they want to see the fight, you know. And that let me know he's scared, because why you get so emotional? Just because somebody want to see your fighter fight another good fighter. Why are you getting emotional about it, bro?
Yeah.
You know what, King? I hate that about boxing today, man. I hate that people get emotional over these boxers nowadays, man. You know, I done fell out with people over this boxing stuff, man, and it's not because of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the sport and I got favorite fighters, but it's not that serious to me. You know, that to where I'm fall out with somebody about it. You know what I'm saying? I used to go over to, you know, certain channels. I ain't gonna name no names, but I used to go over to certain channels. And one time, you know, I was talking about Devin and Tank in the chat with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And the host was so triggered by what I was saying, he just started cussing me out, man, disrespecting me, bro. And I just stopped going over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't with that, bro. And then the same person to turn around when somebody else cuss them out, say they ain't with that. You know what I'm saying, bro? You sound stupid, bro, because that's the same shit you did to me. What's wrong with them, man? It's like guys is more emotional these days. They'll instantly go to the insults and all that stuff when you're talking about boxing. Why we got to do all that? Why can't we just talk about our viewpoints? You know, who we think gonna win the fight and why we think gonna win the fight, why we want to see it and leave it at that and still be cool after that. Have you been experiencing that, bro?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, before I started coming back and watching KO and then watching Woke and then you know jumping over here, I had to take a break because I was like, I'm like, it's like motherfuckers is fussing just to fuss. It's like they don't want to see the fight because they want to keep the fussing going. It's like, goddamn, like, bro, like if a nigga lose, then it's all good. Then we know who was the best, and maybe they run it back. So what's the fucking like? I've never been in the business of trying to defend anybody. Like, you know, I got out of it, you know, after some shit happened. But I was, you know, I'm a huge Seahawk fan. I
Yeah.
for years was like, especially after they won their first Super Bowl against Denver, I'm like, I wanted to see the Patriots. Like, I want to see that game. Even I knew there's a big chance they could lose. Like, I knew that was like we can lose.
Right.
Now, I hate the way the game ended, and I'm never gonna have to live that down. But in the day, I saw the matchup because I wanted to see them go against. I want to see what happened when they went against the fucking perceived dynasty team. Like, no, who the fuck want to see you keep on winning against the fucking Cleveland Browns or the fucking like what? I don't understand that mentality of like, look, if a motherfucker that just means it's more of an indictment of you being disloyal because you saying to me if the dude loses that suddenly you ain't gonna rock with him no more. So it's on you.
Or they feel like if he loses, they done lost.
Yeah,
you ain't lost nothing, bro. Your favorite fighter just lost, and now whoever fighter won, they gonna talk a little shit, and that's gonna be it. It should be. It ain't like that with Bud fans because they still talking shit and they still just hyped out that win. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do talk your shit. I don't care. It don't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the best fight the best. Can I get that?
Yep.
What's wrong with that, man? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now a lot of these dudes think like you sound like you came from an era like me. Like we played the dozens. We went to barbershops and talked shit. Like we played dominoes and spades and slam shit and I didn't got in fights over Monopoly and shit. Niggas cheating, taking the money.
I got in a fight. Oh man, I got in a fight when I was locked up over Monopoly. I was the banker, and I accidentally gave dude too much money, and I was trying to get it back. He wanted to fight me, so we fought. You know what I'm saying? That's funny you say that, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, man, that Monopoly have you scrapping quickly. Yeah. the money come up funny. Nah, nigga, you got to nigga, you did not pass no gold because man, did you slide him $3 $100 bills? Motherfucker, get two. Niggas,
man.
Real talk though, man. So I just think these kids, man, and not even kids, some of these other dudes is weird like that too, because I realize it then seeped into our generation a little bit as well. Like they just not used to having cordial conversations. Like these motherfuckers is feelings hurt off people calling them names. Like motherfucker, if you look, man, I tell people like, yo, if shit ain't true, why is it bothering you? If somebody call me short, I start cracking up laughing, bro. I'm 6'6". Nigga, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? So if a motherfucker like some of the girls, if a nigga call you ugly, if you ain't ugly, then don't take it so serious. But you is, so it is what it is. Like, but you ain't gonna get no get back by these dudes not fighting or somehow you being able to talk shit forever. The shit is stupid.
It's corny. It's corny for real, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. I just learned how to, step back. You know what I'm saying, and let dudes have it, man. Cause I'm just a boxing fan. That's all I am. I just want to see the best fight the best. That's all, and all the rest of it really don't mean a whole lot to me. Now I get into it because I got a channel and I got to talk about the stuff. You know what I'm saying? But really, it don't really matter to me. All that matter to me is that I ain't get to fight. I don't care who was to blame. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't get the goddamn fight. Shit. That's all I care about, man. You feel me? Hey, but I'm glad. Hey, I appreciate you coming to rock with me, man. I ain't gonna stay on here too long, but tomorrow I should be on about 10 o'clock. I'll be on earlier. You know what I'm saying? Come fuck with me, man. Get on the panel. And, I'll have things a little bit more organized as I grow. You know what I'm saying? As I grow, I'm going to learn and I'll get better and better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I feel you, man. Thanks for having me, man. I'll be back in. I'll check back in, man. Shout out, man. You have a good night, bro.
Hey, I'm about to subscribe to your channel too.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure, man. You already know, man. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, peace out to you.